Distinguished Professor Rajan and dear participants. Good evening to you all. It gives me immense pleasure in welcoming and inviting Professor Rajan for this 5-day online workshop on academic writing and publication skills. The topic of the lecture today is what editors look for when they want to publish the articles. Today is the last day of this workshop. I am very much pleased to say a few words about the speaker today. Professor Rajan is a former professor at Center for Development Studies, Trivandrum, Kerala. He has a rich expertise in his field, having more than about 40 years of experience. We are very closely associated with each other for more than 2 decades. Professor Rajan is basically a demographer, renowned scholar, and worked extensively on migration and aging. He currently is the chair of the Global Knowledge Partnership on Migration and Development, World Bank Working Group on International Migration and Urbanization. He is also one of the expert committee members to advise the government of Kerala on COVID-19. He has published in international journals on socio-economic, demographic, psychological, and political implications of migration on individual, community, economy, and society. He is the editor of the annual series, India Migration Report, since 2010, and South Asian Migration Report since 2017, published by Routledge, founder editor-in-chief, Migration Development, Taylor and Francis. He has published extensively on socio-economic, health and demographic facets of population aging, and his publications are numerous. In the aging field, he has published in SAGE, India Elderly Burden or Challenge, Senior Citizens India, Emerging Challenges and Concerns, and Social Security of the Elderly Edited, and experiences from the South Asian Routledge, India's Age, Needs and Vulnerability, Orient Black Swan, Elderly Care in India, Societal and State Responses, Springer, Handbook on Aging, Health and Public Policy, which is also a Springer. And he has written more than, I think, whenever I used to visit his office, he used to give a lot of books to me to read. And he has a good number of publications. I'm not sure about, but it should be more than 30 or 40 books he has written. And he has involved in various funded projects. UN Economic and Social Commission for Asia and Pacific, UN Fund for Public Population, and World Bank, ILO, HelpAge International, Sastri Indo-Canadian Institute, then International Development Research Center. He was involved in research, and he has 8 large-scale migration surveys. He has involved Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Goa, Punjab, and Gujarat. With these few words, I'm sure his expertise in his field, and which certainly it will help you a lot for the participants to equip with the publication skills for this today's workshop. Over to Professor Rajan.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Professor Mardhakutti, for inviting me. I think you missed one of the important point about me. I am the life member of the Indian Sociology Association for last 35 years. I joined as a member when I was doing my PhD. In 1983, this ISS was the Tata Institute of Social Sciences, and then I went to one day, then somebody told me, why can't you join as a life member? I think it was 500 rupees, if my memory was not well. Life member. So I'm still life member. I get the journal. So this is something I'm proud of. So I'm talking with some sociological people. So, and I also wanted some of you to visit, our website, which I am working right now, called www.iimad.org, because we organize a lot of capacity building programs for young scholars. I think what I feel in this India and different states is capacity building is very, very weak, not just among the students, even among the faculty members. When I go to good universities, when we sign what is called the MOU, we talk about faculty development program. So many of the people can do much better work if they are informed about the data, about the methods, about the analysis, how to publish that. Because what I feel, working on, I think I might have published in several journals, Routledge, Sage, Taylor and Francis, Oxford, Elsevier. You take any publisher, probably I would have published at least one paper. And how we are not able to publish, when I look at some journal, I'm not seeing any Indian author there, any Indian authors. So I think it is not that Indian authors are not good, but then we are not able to package our product. I think this is what I thought I should tell you. Because currently, for example, I am an editorial committee member of Refugee Affairs Quarterly, a #1 journal for refugee studies. And I was talking with the editor. He asked me, sir, last 1 year, January to November, not even a single article came from India. And before that year, one article came, it was desk rejected. And prior to the year, 3 articles came, 1 desk rejected, 2 went for review, and both of them were rejected by the reviewers. And then he told me all these papers were good, but I could not do much because these people have great ideas, but then they are not able to present to the global audience. I think the problem is, when you talk about some movies, you should be global. The movie which is produced in, say, Andhra Pradesh, for example, like people are talking today, I was in some meeting, they talk about, there's a new movie called Puspa 2. And I was told it has received 250 crores globally. It is seen in every part of the world. 40,000, what is called the, source. And you have to be global. You can be in Andhra Pradesh. You can be in a small college located in Dharwad. But the point is that unless you think global, many of your paper, because I see, because I'm not able to talk to you people personally, because you have 156 people right now participating, it would have been 20, 25. I have to normally ask some questions. I don't want normally be a one-way process, like a trafficking. If you do a road traffic, if it's a one-way traffic, it even then double traffic. So I want talk and I want some questions, but I'll give some time for some questions because, so this is something I wanted to tell you, that you all have great ideas, but we are not able to present in a publishable form. I think I'm going to give you some tips. Within 1 hour, I don't think I'll be able to give you many things, but of course you are welcome. We can think of this. In fact, this talk should be something like 2 days. Not just 1 hour, I don't know what I'll give, but as long as I agreed to Professor Madhakutti, I'll speak few things. One, important point, very important point. No editors will read your paper when you send it to the journal. No editor will read your full paper and then decide he should desk reject your article, or he should send for referring, or he should send back to you within 2 days. I have no idea, out of these 161 people, how many of you have any experience in getting article rejected on the same day, desk reject. In my journal, which I edit for last 13 years, I desk reject almost 25%, but I don't take the decision. I'm editor-in-chief of the journal. I ask someone to look at it, and within, it's like 100 words or 200 words. With that words, people will decide about your article. It is like a teaser for the movie. Teaser for the movie. Or the first song for the movie. Teaser, just a teaser. Teaser is 2 minutes, movie will be 2.5 hours. But the 2-minute teaser will think about, yes, I should see this movie. So your abstract is like a teaser. If you are able to tell the editor or the reviewer in 200 words, 150 words, able to tell everything you want to tell in the article. The idea, maybe one sentence. The data, maybe two sentences. Another one sentence on methods. Another one sentence or two sentences on the major finding. And the last sentence on conclusion and what it will offer on the policy making. 6, 7 sentences will decide your article will go for an external review or it will be desk rejected straight away. And it will be desk rejected, it spoils you. My God, I spent 6 months write a paper, I got desk rejected. That is because you have spent 6 months, but you are not able to articulate the whole thing in 200 words or 250 words. Abstract is very short, less than a page. Less than a page. We don't even look at keywords. Just a page. I think even the title, many of us, we don't know how to put a title for our paper. Some people send two lines of title. What is, you don't need. You don't need. A title can be just 7 words, 8 words. Many of you, I see the names. You have Devi Prasad, only 2 words. Some people have 5, 6 names. Some people have. It's too long. So, sharp title. Concise abstract will decide your article will pass the first test. This is the first point I want to make. I'll make some point, then I'll stop there, then you can ask me a question. The second point, very, very important point. Many of us send the paper to a journal which you have not even read it. I tell my students, if you want to publish an article in the World Development, recently one of my PhD students published an article in World Development. When he told me, sir, I want to write a paper in World Development, I told him it is a very, very big journal. Are you sure your article will not get desk reject? No, sir. Then he said, I should be part of the paper. I said, look, it is your thesis. You take a lead in the paper. I will look at it. I will read the paper. I will not read abstract. I will read the full paper. Then I will tell you this paper will reject or not. Desk reject. Because the referees, I can't do anything. But the editor will have some view on your paper. Then I asked him first question. How many issues comes every year World Development? He said, every year they publish one in a month. That means 12 issues in a year. Some journal, they have 2 issues in a year. You take your sociological bulletin, some will have 3 issues, some will have 4 issues, some will have 5 issues, some will have 6 issues, some will have 12 issues. There are journal 18 issues. So look at the journal and read at least last 3 years. What type of paper is being published in the journal? What type of paper published? Is it qualitative? Is it quantitative? Is it mixed method? Do they publish article with big data, like the longitudinal aging survey or the National Family Health Survey? Or they do publish article based on a small study done, your PhD thesis with 350 households? Do they publish? What type of articles are being done? Are they looking at recurrence? I cannot do recurrence, then sorry, you can't publish that. They are looking for some significance. So read those journal and then decide what I have produced, my work, can be published there. You should think twice before sending them. You are the best judge of your paper before I judge as editor-in-chief. You are the best judge. Am my work is worth publishing in this journal? My paper is as good as the journal publishes an article. Unless you think and read the journal, you will not be able to publish there. And this boy just finished PhD. He said, we will write, and we have two guide system. I tell many times to many people, in this one guide system is not good in this country. You get only one ideas. Because I was brought up in Center for Development Studies, the JNU, we can have two guides. Even now after retirement, I'm guiding a student in SRM University, IIT Hyderabad, guiding a student in Germany. Main guide will be in university. But you can get co-guide. This is a new education policy. Co-guide can be anyone, anywhere in the world now. Co-guide. Main guide should be there. You get two viewpoints in your work. If you have only one guide, whatever he tells, you will do. He may be wrong. I tell many times, many of the Indian students are misguided by their professors. Not even guided, misguide them. Misguide them. Because they have no experience in publishing in big journals. So this is very important for us to look at it. The journal for some time. And this boy sent the paper after I approved. He said after 1 week, he got a mail saying that it is not desk rejected. It has gone for review. He was almost celebrating. I said, don't celebrate, wait for 3 months. Don't celebrate. Desk rejection is only one first step for your article. It will go for two people. Some journal, they have anonymous review. Even my paper can get rejected. Because the person who is reading to my paper, he is not sure who has written the paper because my name will be removed from there. Of course, some people call me and tell me there was a paper come on Kerala migration. Are you, sir? You are written. I tell them yes. Then probably, indirectly they can find out and ask me, is it your paper? Very good. I'm going to recommend. The reviewer can talk to me. Sometime, many of you write, people may not know because they have not seen your article. You are not published long. People know that this article coming on migration, global, aging. Oh, it's a big data. Probably Rajan is involved. People think sometimes, maybe wrong. Sometimes I don't write. There are hundreds of people are writing on big data. So anonymous review. And this article went for the two anonymous review. Two of the reviewers said minor revision. Two of the reviewers said minor revision. The editor wrote back to us, two of the reviewers said minor revision, but I want major revision. As the editor-in-chief, I have many roles. The two referees said minor revision, but the editor-in-chief writing, these are your comments for your paper, but I am giving you some more comments. When I read this comment, I told the boy, our paper will be published. Because the editor-in-chief, he's acting now not as a referee. He's acting like a person, his journal, he wants best paper, and he thinks that paper is good, but he wanted us to improve. When I saw his comment, I told my boy, he given you 1 month time to review, you take even 2 months, 3 months, your paper going to be accepted. Because the editor-in-chief itself took an interest. Otherwise, he don't need to comment. I never give comments. When the reviewer says reject, I will reject. The reviewer say accept, I will accept. Why should I read? Because I get 200 papers. I cannot read all the paper. But the editor-in-chief shown interest. On that particular paper, it was on scheduled cost. And the paper was published. Once we send it up, it was published. So you should look at the journal, what they publish. That is the second point. Don't just send, the journal, yes, I'm interested, I want to publish. No. So second point I want to mention is read the journal. And the third point, I assume that many of you are maybe sociology background. I have no idea. Most of them, maybe. But there are journals on every areas. Sociology of aging, sociology of migration, sociology of diaspora, sociology of this, that. So many journals dealing with sociology. And it is impact factor, all things are there. But would you like to publish in sociological journal? Or you would like to publish in the economic journal? You want to publish your article in a place where everybody talks about migration. Or you want to write to some journal where they never talk about migration. You have to think. I normally want to publish my paper in journals which they do not specialize on aging. They do not specialize on migration. I do publish paper on migration studies, Journal of Ethnic Migration, reviews. I publish. But I wanted my work to be known not among my discipline people. I want to be known as a person among economists, among anthropologists, among historians. I publish paper in studies in history. I publish paper in Journal of Interdisciplinary History. It is read by historian, #1 journal. I want to publish there. I don't want to publish in demographic history because it is my subject. I want others to read my work, not my sociology friends. I scratch you, you scratch me. No. So you have to think of going to other disciplines. There are two important points I want to make. One is, somebody sending an article on migration to Migration Development Journal. I am going to send it to a referee who is a migration expert. If I get a paper from Ethiopia, I'll send that to somebody maybe in South Africa or Kenya or Ghana to read the paper and give comments. That means the person who is going to read your paper will be likely to be a migration expert. Suppose I submit a paper. I did one paper recently on migration among fisher folk in Kerala. I thought I should send it to some journal where they should not talk about migration. So I sent it to Social Change. It's a journal published by Sage. When I submitted the paper, the editor wrote to me. I have submitted in the online. I never talked to the editor. The editor wrote to me, I'm very glad you have submitted an article to our journal. I am very glad you have submitted an article to our journal. When that mail comes to me, I know that my paper will be published there. Then he sent it to one referee to read my paper. He said minor revision. The editor-in-chief wrote to me saying that I read a paper, sir, even you don't revise, I would like to publish it. Because we rarely publish article on migration in our journal. Social change happens through migration. See, my article get easily published because that editor-in-chief looking for an article beyond where we normally publishes. Your article may not be if it goes to the migration journal, probably my article would have been rejected with one of the professor I wrote. But at the same time, when I send it to another journal, I know they have some interest. I read their objectives and everything. It got published. So you have to be watch out. Very much you have to watch out to publish in good journal. Sage Journal, Oxford University Press Journal, Taylor and Francis Journal, Elsevier Journal. You can publish any journal. There is no limit. There are 5,000 journals in the world right now. And I am sure in your lifetime or in my lifetime, I am not going to publish in all journals in the world. So definitely not. I may publish in my lifetime maybe 20 journals, maybe 50 journals, maybe 100 journals maximum. And sometimes I like some journal, I'll publish more in the journal. For example, in 1989, I wrote first time an article in the Economic and Political Weekly. I don't know how many of you attending here out of the 179 have published in Economic and Political Weekly. I have no idea. I cannot ask this question to you because we will not get response. It will take some time. I wrote my first paper in 1989-90. How many years back? 34 years back. Then I thought, I am a demographer. I am not an economist. I am not a politician. But I want to publish in a journal which they talk about economics and politics. Then I decided in my mind, whatever happens in the world, I want to publish at least one paper every year in Economic and Political Weekly. So that is my dream project. You should dream. You should dream. I thought I should publish every year one paper in EPW. My God. But I decided I should publish. It is possible to publish because EPW comes out every week. EPW comes out every week. So you have 4 weeks in a month to publish every week. A weekly journal. It is not like some journal comes 2 issues in a year. They publish 10 papers. 10 papers in a year. If you look at journal like, for example, there is a journal called Urbanization, published by Sage. It comes from Institute of Human Development in Bangalore. It comes for last 10 years. When I see the editor, I had a meeting with them. They said, Rajan, look, we need only 10 papers every year. Our page limit is 300 pages. Every year we can publish 300 pages for the journal. So if you think of 20-25 pages an article, then book review, this thing, that thing, we need 6 papers each issue, maximum 12, minimum 12, maximum 15 paper. Suppose we get 45 papers. I need only 15. I will reject more. If I get 60 paper, I will reject more and more. If I get only 15 papers, I will read and see how this paper can be improved to publish in my journal. Because I cannot tell people I don't have enough papers. I cannot tell the Sage saying that we cannot have next issue because nobody has submitted a paper to my journal. Many journal, you can look at it online first. Some journal, when I was working with Taylor and Francis for migrant development, I had online first. I will have 25 articles. I will take some time to organize them online first. But I go to some journal, not even a single article on online. That means those journals are not getting enough submissions. You can try those journals sometime. Good journals, they don't receive. Because I publish 300 pages, Sage now. I need maximum 16 papers. Last year, I received 80 papers. This year, I already received 70 papers. Still, I have 1 more month. But I have to reject more. I have to, because this secret you may not know. This is only known to the editor-in-chief and other people. And an article comes from you, you are 151 people, all of them want to send it to my journal. What I will do? I will desk reject as many as possible. Because I am getting more than what I need. You may not know which journal receives more. But if you look at the journal website, that will be known to you. I will look at I go to any journal website, I know. This journal I can try. Some journal I think it is very hard. I will also try that. Because there is no limit. There is no limit. When you take off, you may be the runway for 30 minutes in the plane. You are runway, you are the queue. But when you are take up, you are 38,000 feet. There is nothing going back till you come down. Within 10, 15 minutes, you are 38,000 feet. But you are in the runway for 40 minutes. Queue up. I'm the 8th row, 9th row, like that. The pilot will say, no, we are waiting. But when you are take off, that's it. So you should look at those ideas on that. Look at the journal. Think of a dream journal. Go into the interdisciplinary journal. Very, very important. I think we have a few more minutes. I will talk. Then there are journals. We call them A class, P class, C class, maybe D, E, F. I don't know. Like in the flight, you have economy class. Now they have premier economy. Then you have executive. Some flight you have only economy class, no premier, no executive. Some places you have only executive and economy, no premier economy. The train, you have unreserved, reserved, then 2AC, 3A1, 4AC, all those things are there. You have also journal like this, A journal. In your lifetime, you should aim at A journal, at least one in your lifetime. A journal is very, very difficult. But you should aim, you should dream. P journal, again difficult. C journal, probably very easy. T journal, you can send today, it will be published tomorrow morning. I have seen some of the UG care journal and other thing. I talked to somebody, sir, I sent today. And then of course, they'll ask me some money sometimes, 2,000 rupees. Nothing, sir. If I get 3 papers published in that journal, if it is a part of the UGC care journal, I will get 7,000 to 8,000 basics scale, sir. I will get assistant professor, associate professor in my college. So I am not bothered about the ABC, sir. This is okay. But I am talking to you on the real journals, not the journal. Comes one day and next day it is not there. When I met one of the assistant professors, he told me that, sir, I was stuck with 6,000 pay because I want to get 7,000 pay. I need an article in the approved journal. But a journal which was in the list last year, when I went for the interview, the journal was removed. It is no longer an approved journal. Then I have to write again. Yeah, they said, no, this is not the care journal, sorry. A, B, and C. Everything you need to think something more. You want A, you have to work hard. If you want to B, maybe work little hard. And C, okay. Okay. Things like that. A, B, C. So I'm not going to tell you which are the journal A, B, C. But you should think. In your area, in your discipline, which are the journal you think A journal. For example, when I joined for PhD in demography in 1983, I joined for PhD, and 88 I got my PhD. And 83, I asked the director of that institute and who was my PhD guide, sir, what is the #1 journal in demography? #1 journal in demography. Suppose I ask you, what is the #1 journal globally on sociology? Is it American Sociological Review? Or is it your sociological bulletin published by the Indian Sociological Review? Is it #1? So #1 journal. Globally, no India. Global. 200 countries will know this journal. And very difficult to publish. I asked him. He said the journal name is Population and Development. The journal name is Population and Development. Then I asked him, did you publish? I asked my guide, did you publish? He said yes. How did you publish? I asked him. I worked with one professor from US, one professor from Australia. 4 of us have jointly published. Oh my God. My God. So then I said, how do I publish? I want to publish in my lifetime. Before I die, I should publish a paper in Population Development Review. Otherwise, my soul may not be rest in peace. So this became my dream. I want to publish in #1 journal. I cannot publish anything there. I cannot say I have done a small survey in Kerala, please publish. They will say, throw it out. It's a global journal. Then I located a French man. He's a geographer, I'm a demographer. But he also knows demography. Then we sat together. We said we should publish a paper in the journal. We took 3 years to write for the journal. 3 years to write for the journal. The journal took 2 years to review our paper. 2 years to review our paper. It was published 6th year. I told that fellow who told me that this is the #1 journal. I told my guide, now I published. And then I went to the journal and see how many Indians are published there. The journal has published with Indian names only 15. The journal is running for 45 years. Then I look at it, where are those Indians are there? All those Indians are having Indian name, but they are in America, they are in London, they are in Europe. Then I look at anybody from India living in India published there. I located only 3 people. You have to work hard to publish those type of dream journal. I think I'll stop here because we have another 20 minutes. I'll talk to you till 7 o'clock. So I got something in the chat box. I think I have a lot of things in the chat box. I don't know what I can do, but I saw the last one. Journal like EPW, it's EPW because I have published every year one. So now I know I started in 1988. Now it is 2024. So 34 years. I have published 34 papers there. Some year I publish 2, some year I don't publish. So I have 34 articles in Economic and Political Weekly, not just with me, with my students, my guide, and my project, my thing. I am a known person in the Economic and Political Weekly circle. So my paper will go for review, even now. But then many papers will not go for review by EPW. I talked to the EPW editor recently. He said we publish 2 papers in EPW every week. We receive 48 papers every week. 48 papers every week. I need only 2 papers. So out of 48 papers I received this week, I can only publish 2. If I take more, then I have to publish next week. The next week I'll get 48 papers. What I will do? Then they told me when the email comes, I will check who has sent them email. Oh, this. Then they will say, sorry, we are not interested. Look at where it comes from, they reject articles. In the olden days, you post your article and you will write from where? From Manohar Sundarnath University, from Center for Development Studies, from IIT Chennai, from IIM Ahmedabad, from a small college in somewhere, from, you are sending with from. Earlier you used to post the thing. When the post comes, when they open, people opening the cover, they will look at it where it comes from. And he said by looking at the cover, not even read the abstract, it will go to the waste box. They don't read even the abstract. At least now I'm telling you, abstract is being read now. In the olden days, where it comes from to editor EPW, Bombay, from where you, based on that it is done. This is the way, because publication is a tough competition, but EPW you can publish. EPW you can publish. You can send paper. They have an address there, editor to EPW. You can send. You will get an email immediately that we have received your paper. Then they will send it for review. They don't do desk reject. They send it for review and the reviewer say, you will get a message saying that the reviewer said your paper is fine. Matter ends there. Then Now somebody asked me how to publish in newspapers. Newspapers, sometimes they ask me to write. Sometimes I write. There are two things. There is an invitation. They invite me to write. Then they will publish. They will say, sir, you do this, cut some 100 words. Can you remove this sentence? Sometimes I write. They like the idea. They will publish. For example, I wrote an article about Indian census. Why there is no census? Why there is no census? I wrote, no census or delayed census. I wrote with one of my colleagues. I sent it to Hindu. The editor wrote to me saying that, editor means there is a committee members. Sometimes they don't read your email. You never get response. Many people tell me, sir, whom you are writing in the, Hindu, you give me the email. I said, even I give me your email, they are not going to look at your things. But you send it to general editor, they will look at it. If the paper is good, they will look at it. And then they said, accepted. Then night, 9 o'clock, they send me a final proof, which will be published at 10 o'clock online. 12 o'clock, it will go for print. Next day morning, it will be in the road. Edit page article with photograph and the person's name, affiliation. 9 o'clock, I get a call from the editor. Sir, one sentence, we have problem. I said, what is the problem with one sentence? Because every newspaper have anti-government, pro-government, like your TV. Some TV, you say they will praise one political party. Some TV, they will be against one political party. But I am not belong to any political party when I write article. I write article based on my conviction. And one sentence I have written there, along with my colleague. There was no census after Modi came to power. Because of that, we are not able to evaluate any achievement, whatever he claims. There is no data. He said, sir, can you tweet this little bit? You are directly attacking. I said, no, I'm not attacking. Because after 2011, he came to power, there was no census. It's a coincidence. Sir, please retweet it. Retweet it. So I have to retweet the sentence. I have to rewrite those one sentence. And then they published. So you can send article in any journals. You can send any article in any places. And that is something you should look at it. I'm also getting something on the what is called the early careers. Now, some people currently doing PhD, for example, I see a lot of people are assistant professor, PhD student, sociology, Delhi University, Pondicherry University. When you are a PhD student, you should start with a medium journal. Don't look at the top journal. Top journal, you dream after some time. But you have to start publishing now because you need 2 papers to get even your PhD submission awarded. Because you cannot submit your PhD thesis unless you have 2 papers. That paper can be in any journals. Any journals means maybe B minus C, whatever it is. But you look at that publisher. Look at the journal. Because as I told you earlier, that look at the journal. Write a good abstract. Because as an editor-in-chief, I look for 4 things in any full paper. Only 4 things, nothing more. Nothing more. 1, not even good abstract. I will say excellent abstract. Excellent abstract is the first precondition. Second, the objective of your paper. Some people write 8 objectives in the paper. Your paper is only 5,000 words, man. You are writing 8. Give one objective. Only one. Then I look for what data this young boy has used or young girl has used. Primary data collected. She did something new. Then what methods used? It is qualitative, quantitative, run regression, MCA, MBA, whatever analysis. Then look for what is the conclusion. I see some people, the conclusion paragraph will be the abstract. Ditto. No, should not be. Should not be. And then I also look at references. References. For example, somebody writing an article about COVID-19 impact on, say, elderly person or women or migrants. I will look for an article, how many articles they referred in the paper which they submitted to my journal, published after 2020. Yes, COVID came only in 2020. You are writing about COVID-19. Out of the 35 references they given in the article, 30 is 2009, 2001. I want all references should be after COVID. I'm talking about COVID-19. COVID-19. So you should look at that. Some of you, of course, I can give my email address. Many of you want, of course, I don't know. All of you send me the article to read. I may not able to do, but at least I will send my email to you people. Like I send you my institute. I can look at it quickly. I will tell sometime. I don't need to read the full paper. So very important is very important is few ideas, few tips I have given. And then I first wanted to have the last word. Many of us don't do that. Because every journal has editor-in-chief, sometimes editors. They will have associate editor. They will have deputy editors. They will have advisory committee members. So many people will be in the journal. In the journal. If you are really clever, this is a very highly confidential tips I'm giving you right now. You can write to one of the board member. For example, I'm seeing, for example, I'm looking at Sachin. Suppose Sachin write to the one of the editorial, the journal has 25 people. And he write to one member looking at the biodata, oh, this person can read my work. You write to him, sir, I am doing my PhD. I want to send one of my core chapter to the journal where you are part of the journal. You are not editor. You are not able to make any decision. You are part of the journal. Can you look at my paper and give some comments? And also, can you tell me my article suitability in the journal? He might be reading the article, all the article after publication at least. Then some people do respond. Many of them don't respond. I know. So some do respond. That fellow will write to you sometime, give you good comments. Not comment given by your guide is not enough to publish papers. Definitely, sorry. That fellow might give you some good comments. And he will tell you, this is very good. Please rework on the paper based on my comment and submit to the journal. And he may even tell you, once you submit, please give me also information. Please give me also information. Because he thinks that paper is good. You submit online. You have a reference number. Because you already started communicating with that particular person. It's like a writing love letter. First letter you may get failed. Second letter, third letter. Somebody maybe throw the letter on your face. Somebody will not respond to your letter. But that person responded, you write, sir, I have submitted, sir, this is my reference number. Now that fellow will talk to the editor. Because any of my board members says, sir, please, this paper is very good. I will not question them. Because they have an equal right to the journal. Because they will not publish bad paper. Because journal gets published bad paper, our impact factor will go. Nobody will read, oh, it's bad journal, people publish. Everybody publishes their own people's paper. No, sorry. Then he will talk to the editor. And the editor will say, very good, you like the paper? You act as one of the referee. And then tell me whom I should send, one more person. So this person who read your paper will become a referee for you. Without the knowledge of you. Anonymous review, he will give you a review of your paper. And he will suggest to the editor, this is come from India, this is come from China, and another person. he will send it to the email saying that one paper has come to our journal. I'm looking after the paper. And can you look at it? Because it has come from one of the editor. Sometimes I don't send. I can ask one of the editorial committee member to send the invitation to the journal, to the person. Then both of them decide, and then it can be published. And I'll give one experience on that. When COVID was hit, one of the student I advised informally, because like you have a doctoral committee, one of the student, and there was a guide, and I am their advisor, in the sense doctoral committee member, and I normally talk to him. One day he called me, sir, I got a new data. Oh my God, what is the new data, man? After COVID-19, he said, I got a data called mobile data. I could locate, there's a data called mobile data. Now I am in Kerala right now, sitting in Kottayam. My mobile company knows I am not in Trivandrum, I am in Kottayam. Tomorrow I am in Tamil Nadu. So that, but you have 2 million subscribers for a thing. They have full data is there. He said, sir, I found interesting one, sir. Can you look at my data? And he showed me during COVID-19 how the telephone is that line. You are stuck there. And we made good maps. And I felt very interesting. But I thought I should ask him, can I be a part of the article? Before that, he said, sir, you should be part of our article. Then that boy led the article. Then there was a guide. Then I was the one. Then the paper, I read it was come out really well. Really well. Then I asked him, where do you want to publish? Sir, this is a good paper, sir. I want to publish in a good journal, sir. I said, tell me some journal name. He said, sir, you think about, sir. Then he suddenly said, sir, there is a journal called Journal of South Asian Development. Then I told him, this data is in India. But you want to publish in South Asia. Sir, this is new data, we will try. Then I went to the journal. I know that's a good journal, which our editor is in UK. I went to the journal. I look at all the people in the affiliated the journal, executive editor, that editor, this editor, some editor. Then suddenly I located one man from UK. He's one of the editorial committee member. I know him. I wrote him a mail. Hi, how are you? How are you doing? One of the student has finished a paper. I would like you to look at it. And you think it is good for the journal? We would like to submit formally. Now it is an informal discussion. And he read it within 30 minutes. He said, Rajan, this is an excellent paper. The new data. The database which you are telling to the global audience, none of them know there is a data called mobile data. He said, I have no comments on that. Please submit. We submitted. I never even told him we have submitted. After 2 months, we got a mail that this paper has been accepted with a minor revision. And we published the article in the journal. So these are all small tips will help you. But publishing is, I want to see my name printed in many journals. My name printed. People read my article, citations, Google Scholar. All I wanted to do. And I have to publish. Then only I'll get into Google Scholar. If I have no publication, I cannot get anything. So publication is important in your life. Without publication, now that survival in the academic line is very, very difficult. That's why we saw publish or perish. I'll stop here. Thank you very much. I am seeing a lot of, things people can write to me because I don't know what I can do for all of you because it's too much number 179 right now. So, so thanks, Martha for inviting me. And I hope I given some idea for the people. I think, I already shared my email with the people already in my earlier things. Email is there. And you can put my name. I am a chair of the International Institute for Migration Development located in Kerala.
Thank you, Professor Irudarajan. Formally, on behalf of RC03 Economy and Society, I wholeheartedly thank Professor Irudarajan for his wonderful or insightful and practical tips he has given. That's one of the reasons, sir. Whenever I used to be, since I am a convener of RC03, whenever I used to see the abstracts, I found some of the abstracts are not up to the mark. That is the moment itself I've decided that this should be there. And your title and your talk, especially what editors look for and when they want to publish article, which is very informative to the participant. Thank you, sir. And coming into to our participants, today is the last day for this 5-day online workshop on academic writing and publication skills. And it was planned and I was in service. And I grabbed the opportunity through RC03 because I've been there as convener for some 3 years or this is the 4th year. I'm sure that the forthcoming conference, I may be leave it to my other colleagues. So before that, I want to make it a meaningful event in this RC. So I thought this organization of this event this week, hope you are all enjoyed in all the 5 days. As I said in the beginning, it should be a meaningful event in your career. So I'm sure we may meet during the 49th All India Sociological Conference and look forward in conducting some more programs. And Professor Irdayarajan has also told me that if at all, if you are all very much interested, he is very much ready to collaborate with your institution and conduct programs. So you can contact him. And also, the feedback form I would like to send now in the chat box. You may submit the same before you leave. Your certificate, especially soft copy of the schedule certificate, on verifying your attendance on all the 5 days, then I will send you within a week time. So on behalf of RC03, I thank Professor Irdayarajan, wholeheartedly thank Professor Irdayarajan, Vishal G. Jadhav, Professor B.K. Nagla, Professor Nagaraj Gundamada, Professor B.B. Mohanty for their wonderful presentations and their valuable time and their support in conducting this program. And finally, I thank you all for your active participation, because without participant, it is very difficult to conduct a program. I said no to the very beginning, the first day. When I put in the registration form, the first day itself, I received 529 registrations. I don't know how I am proceed with. I approached, the moment I closed the registration link, and I approached the Indian Sociological Society office for how to proceed with, because they have only for 100 members. It can be upgraded to up to 500. Then 1,000. So I have upgraded up to 1,000. And then only I released this registration form. And another important thing, I was very much cautious, because since you are all registered at the very beginning onwards, you must get an opportunity to listen and to learn about this workshop. So that's why I never given this mail, this link to the public domain. So the priority should be the registered participant. Based on that, we have taken care of those aspects very well. And I'm sure every participant is enjoyed, and this may be helpful for your successful career. With this few words, I'm closing now, but before that, no, I'll keep this link for some more time for submission of your feedback form. And also, if you want to have some more comments or suggestions, you can give it in your feedback form, which may help us to conduct more efficiently in future also. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Madhakutti. We'll see you face to face very soon. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your valuable time.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
The chat box. So one of our friend he asked about YouTube link. And after getting those kind of link from our ISS office, every day I'm seeking input from our All India Sociological Society office for those, because everything is recorded in our New Delhi office. After getting it, and I'll certainly, whatever the information, whatever the input I will get, I will send it to you. And certainly they agreed at the very beginning itself that they will ready to give the YouTube link. That I will send you. Now we posted it in the chat box, the Google form, this feedback link. You can make it, and before you leave, you can fill it and you can submit it. And we will verify those things, and we will make it sure that everything will be make it for your successful one.
Hello, sir. My name is Jivago.
Tell me, sir.
Sir, I am from Pondicherry University.
Okay.
I had a question about the feedback form actually.
Okay.
So there is good, very good, excellent, and satisfactory.
Okay.
So what does satisfactory mean? Beyond excellent, or is it below?
It is in the scale. It is the bottom. Then next one is, you can say, good. Then very good.
Okay.
Then excellent.
Yeah, I just wanted to confirm
It's
that.
kind of a gradation.
Yeah. Because it was at the end, so I didn't know.
Okay.
The order was little mixed, right? So
Okay.
yeah. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
And thank you very much for organizing this, sir. It is really, really like useful.
Thank you, Professor. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Sir, I have one query that, sir, can we get also it is recording classes also somewhere?
Sorry?
Can we get also it is recorded classes
Because
somewhere?
I made the arrangements with our ISS office. Once they are giving, certainly I will send it to your registered email ID.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Sir, it was such a session as yeah, and heart wants to listen it again and again. That is why, sir, it was so wonderful session is. That is why.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Sir, can we get also e-certificates now? When we get that?
Certificate after 1 week of time, after verifying the attendance in all the 5 days and the duration, everything, I will check it. If everything is okay, you will get a certificate soft copy.
Okay, thank you, sir. If anyone have missed any one class, then he will not get it.
Sorry?
If anyone have missed any one class out of 5 classes, then he will not.
That we have to decide, and consultation with the advisory committee members of the RC03, then we will finalize.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Thank
Once again, thank you, sir, for making such sessions. Once again more.
you. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Okay, thank you, sir.